This is lesson number 11, and it reviews love and hate. There is very, very different, love is completely the opposite of hate. Therefore, they do not live together, they do not love together, and, they do not share time together unless they absolutely cannot avoid it. So there is no such thing as, love and hate in marriage, or love and hate in dating, or love and hate between men and women. There is want, which is in the middle of love and hate, which is, simply defined as animal because it is a behavior that doesn't allow for thinking. It's just want. And want doesn't care about the evidence, doesn't care about what is true or the consequences or what is right or wrong or justice or any of that. It just wants what it wants. And that's all that it wants. It doesn't want what it doesn't want, and therefore it lives in the middle. Because, love is a distinct decision that life is a valuable thing, and our existence is a miracle, and we should respect that, and we should honor each other with that. But of course, hate is the opposite of that, which means that hate is the decision to judge, and that means that once judged, as worthless to me, or violence is what I want out of you, or you're not worth the prize that you once were, or whatever it is, judgment will destroy love, and so they don't live together. Want and love live together. Want and hate live together, but love and hate do not live together. So when you find someone who lives with you, or you have accepted as love, and you just can't get along, it's because of want. I want something that you're not giving me, and of course want is about mine. This is me, this is mine, this is all mine, mine, rather than love, which is, I accept you, rather than it's all mine. I need you, or whatever it is. But what is important in that perspective is that love is a given thing. In other words, let's call it like money. You can give it away, but then it becomes theirs. It's not yours anymore. You gave it away. It's theirs. And that is what causes heartbreak. Because what you gave away was something valuable to you, and the end result of it is, if it's not returned to you in some form or fashion, it becomes a loss. And like any loss, now you have to deal with the fact that you don't have it anymore. And if you give away too much, then those who you gave it to own the love that was your life. And if it returns to you, then it multiplies. But if it doesn't return to you, they take it away. And so you have to rebuild again. And the most critical part of that is never give away the very foundation of your love, the value of your heart. Because if you do, it will be very hard to get it back. Love is a given thing. And that means that you can't just make it up. You can't just, go find it. You have to, someone has to give it to you. So, or give you a sense of love that makes life of value. And that requires respect, and that requires the honesty of miracles, because we are a miracle of life. There is no such thing as what university says, no such thing as a religion of evolution. There is no such thing as the failure of so many people and the indoctrination of their religion onto this world or this nation or whatever. Because evolution is for fools. It is where the dead people go to escape the cost of being alive. And of course, you can't escape the cost of being alive. We are alive, and it has a price. It has a consequence. And the consequence of time, of course, is death. And the consequence of life is truth. Life is a truth. Only truth survives. That means life is a truth. And if life is a truth, then we have a consequence to that life. And you can sort out life as whatever you believe, but what you believe has no value at all. Only what is true has value. Only what is true. You can believe anything at all. It doesn't matter what you believe, as is the constant of human existence. I believe this, I believe that, mine, whatever it is. You can go through all kinds of things to convince yourself that life is a game. It is not a game, it is a truth. And every truth has a consequence, and every consequence has a cost. So there is a value to love that grants to our living, to our society, to our existence, happiness and truth and justice and all that has value. And then there is hate, which takes all of that away. And then there is the game in between, which is belief, or the animal inside, which is, I can't make up my mind, I want both. And of course you can't actually have both because they are opposites. Either you love or you hate. And of course everybody in the middle says, I can have both. I'm in the middle. But when you die, your truth is going to be that you never chose love. And if you never chose love, then of course love will not choose you. You failed your life. So the end result of that is that you don't belong to love or to life. And of course, if you really didn't do anything to create a hate that was enforced, which means that someone died because of you, someone died to their eternity because of you, then if you did not do that, then you don't have to go to Hades. But if you did do that, you created a war, you cost the God of all creation a life that would have lived with him. And that means that you're going to be receiving your reward for that. So there are, things that go with love. The consequence of love is that you have value, that your existence matters, that we have respect for each other, that I chose you, you chose me, that kind of thing, and we live together honestly. It has to have truth. Every truth has a consequence, and only truth survives. That means that when you die, everything that is not true about you will be lost. It will be suctioned out. It will be, tested, and you will be charged with making a choice. Every single person will be required to make the choice of what is or is not true of their life. And of course, that means that there is an eternity. And of course, humanity doesn't want an eternity. They want an eternity, that's what religion is about, but they don't want an eternity. That's because they don't want to be charged with being true to life. So they hide in animals, which means just simply they hide in want. And they create beliefs so that they don't have to change, as most people will not change. Even if they are informed of what is wrong, or what would be better for them, they will not change because they like belief better. I can hide in belief, I can play in belief, I can do whatever I want with belief. It's freedom in time. And it is. It's freedom in time. You can believe anything you want. Anything. It doesn't matter what you believe. You can believe anything you want. So people do. And consider themselves free because of it. But the end result is that freedom without truth dies. So it fails life, and that means it dies. So if you believe whatever you want to believe, that is your religion, or that is your truth, or that is your life. But the end result is that you won't survive into eternity. not as a life. You have to choose for life. You have to choose for love. You have to become a value that will survive. And that's because you did respect the fact that you were given a miracle. Your body is a miracle. Everything about your body is a miracle. You can't build a life or a body one piece at a time. A heart without blood has no value. A heart without valves has no value. A heart without all the things that you need has no value. You cannot live with that. And that means that you must accept the fact that your body, your life, your time is a gift. And of course people don't want to do that. They want to say it's just an accident, a result of chaos, and chaos of course is war, and war is what humanity, or in particular men, choose, because I'll take what I want is the answer to war. I will discard the law and take what I want and be what I want, and to heck with you, and so on and so on, because that's what they choose. That's what hate chooses. And so therefore we know hate is a constant of human existence. Hate causes war, because and war exists because of failure. So when men fail, or society fails, and they took too much, and society could not survive, they turned their existence into a desert, and they said, I'll just go get somebody else's. We have to kill them so they don't take us, and so we have to kill them. And that of course is war, and the end result of war, of course, is there is no love here, and not in the things that society does. So your value by participating or choosing to participate in war goes down. If you defend your nation, your society, and try to save it from war, your value goes up. But if you choose war, if you choose to steal and murder, just because you want to choose to steal and to murder, that is hate, and hate is not going to go well in eternity. And so people say, well, I don't believe in eternity, because you can believe anything you want. But your body is a gift to you. There is no doubt about it. The entire building of a fetus inside a body is dependent on timing. It's dependent on billionths of a second of timing for this and timing for that, and nano-sized holes in your cells so that blood can go in, and particles can go out, and lymph nodes can take it away, and livers can separate things, and so on. There is nothing about you or your body or the living experience of life on earth that is not built by thought. Thought exists. And thought is not a part of the mind. Thought is a part of life, because life is a truth. And therefore thought is also a partition in truth. It's about how you love and what you love, and what you do for the living, how you respect life, and what is value to you. So life separates from body. When the body stops moving, time is over. But that doesn't mean that the body just suddenly disappeared. The body's still there. It's a dead corpse, and it has no function, and it has no value, and it must be recycled in one form or another to have any value. But the life that left it does have value. It is a partition in thought. It is a partition in energy, and energy has two forces. One goes one way, pushing. One goes the other way, which is pulling. And these are actions and reactions to each other. And in the middle of your action and reaction is a space that is particularly environmentally possible for thought to exist. You have things pushing you around. Thought tends to accumulate with those controversies. So I know this, I know that, I can understand this, I can understand that, laws and order and things result from being in the middle of what you must actually choose. And we must actually choose whether or not we want to have love, whether or not we want to have hate, whether or not you're going to stand in the middle and say, I don't want to choose. But the end result is you have to choose. In the spiritual world, the first part of eternity, you get to experience what is or is not true in you, because you will be challenged to make your decision. It's required. Only truth survives. You have to make the decision.